Thank you for joining me on another episode of Boat Snoop. What we have for you guys today is a 2021 Boston Whaler 330 Outrage. I'm really actually very excited to show you guys this boat. Really nice. It's like new, but absolutely beautiful. But let's walk around over there to the back and take a look at her. And her name is Mary Kate. It actually is in letters down there below behind the motors. Kind of hard to see from this angle. And she is sporting two Mercury Verado 300 horsepower 4-stroke motors with less than 300 hours on them. Now, when we get on this boat, I just want to point out that effectively this boat is like new. And she is sporting some really cool and upgraded equipment. First off, we'll take a look up here. You can see the outriggers there for fishing. She has her radar. She has GPS. She has her spotlight up there, but notice that FLIR camera right there. That is a spendy little upgrade, but very cool for seeing in the dark at night. Just really, really neat. And that FLIR displays on those really large Garmin screens and lets you see objects out on the water out at night. When we get on board and take a closer look, you can see just how nice the cushions and everything is. A lot of room on this 330 Outrage. Compared to a lot of smaller center consoles, the difference is just absolutely huge. So let's get on board and take a closer look. As we get on board, there is a port side door that opens up for nice and easy access. Really, really nice. And starting aft here, it has a really, really nice bench seat that would comfortably fit two very large adults. It folds up really nicely and stows in the back. And I'll show you that in a second because I want to show you the really nice, large, clean bilge down below right here. And look at just how nicely that just stows away. So let's open up this hatch and take a look at the bilge. Like I said, really nice, easy access to all of your equipment down below. Some storage, that's really nice. Easy access to your Groco strainer and other systems. But nothing better than a really, really clean bilge, and this one is. As we come around, we have a really nice fish prep station. And when we open it up, we have a really nice deep sink here. We have an area for cutting up and filleting your fish. And we have a nice little storage area here as well. Now, I told you there was a bunch of neat features on this boat. Another one is it has a Seakeeper, and it's stored down below. And from what I can best tell, you drop this and there's an access hatch that you can get into the Seakeeper. For those of you who don't know what a Seakeeper is, it is a large spinning gyro that stabilizes the boat. And these things, folks, quite literally, you could be rocking and once you turn that thing on, the boat will just lock flat. I've seen two full-grown men on a boat on either side rocking the boat as hard as they could. They turn on that Seakeeper and bam, it just locks it flat, stops them immediately. So it's really neat if you have some heavy seas, prone to seasickness, can really help. And they're quite spendy, you know, so it's a really nice upgrade, really nice feature on this boat. So we come around to the Helm station. We have two really nice embroidered Boston Whaler bolstered seats. Nice armrest right there. So we come around to the navigation console here. We have two really large Garmin touchscreen displays. You can see right there, it's showing depth. So we have sonar there. We have a chart plotter up here. You can set it to display that FLIR night vision camera that's on top of the boat. So that's really, really, really cool. Here we have what appears to be an autopilot. Here we have a Mercury Marine engine management display. Do want to point out this boat does have a bow thruster, so that's another nice added addition. And before I forget, I just had mentioned to you the Seakeeper. Here is the Seakeeper readout and controls. up here. It's not currently on. It takes a while to warm up. Just wanted to point that out. Really, really, really nice. Another neat little feature of this boat that I noticed is you have a ladder that goes up, but it just hits the hard top. But that's not necessarily true. We can see that there's a latch right here, and we can open this up, and we actually have access to get up to our FLIR, our radar, to get up on top. And that's that's nice. As we come around the side decks, I want to point out, I know you can't see me, but I don't have to turn sideways. I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I'm not small, 5'11", and I can walk fully straight without hitting the sides or turning sideways. We come around, we have a really, really nice lounge chair that could have two people sitting and just sprawling out right up here with a really nice cushioned backing. And of course, we can't forget the two cup holders. There's one there and one there for each person. So you're all set if you're up here. There's another really neat feature of this boat that I really, really like. So I'm going to open this up for you and try to explain it the best that I can, but it's really neat. So let's take a look. First off, we have really, really deep, massive storage down here, down below. And so, I mean, that's just excellent. But I want to point out something. We got ridges here. We got some down there too. Rod holders. But you'd have to have some pretty short rods to fit in this storage. What's interesting is, I don't know if you can see this, but there's two slats that are kind of feathered, and you could put your rods in there and the tips would just go right through there into the head. And so it's kind of a really neat use of space, and I like it. Really, really interesting design. And finally, as we move up to the bow, got another seating area. Could probably squeeze in 4 people, 2 people really comfortable, maybe even 3. But as we move forward up here, we have this hatch here where we have an electric windlass, our anchor, and this boat actually is set up with a bunch of chain that eventually goes to a line. We'll just take a quick peek here. See our windlass, and we can see our anchor locker. Well, now we're pretty much done with the bow section. Give you kind of a view from the front. It has a really nice look to it, the boat. You can see that Garmin radar up there. You can see the searchlight, the horn. Kind of hiding back behind that is that FLIR camera, which does stick up higher than the radar, by the way, so it's not in the way. And you have your radio antenna and all of that. And before I forget, we head back to take a look at the actual head on the boat, the bathroom, for those of you who don't like the nautical terms. We do have some really nice armrests also that fold up and down in this large forward seat. Kind of the final thing on this boat, since these center consoles aren't massive boats, so we're coming to the end, but stick with me, is the head. And it has a very large head for a center console. So let me open up this door and kind of take you through it real quick. We have a folding door here that magnetically latches to the side and hull of the boat. And no, the hull is fiberglass, but there is a piece of metal there that it magnetically attaches to. Come around here. But for a center console, this is a large head. Real nice, a lot of room. Let me get down below and kind of show you. So I'm 5'11". You can see there's additional room, sorry for my messy hair, above me. So someone who's 6 foot could actually stand up in here. And that's pretty darn nice, especially in a center console. You've got a lot of room. You can see me sitting on the edge of the door. There's a step here. My feet, they're size 11, so just a little less than a foot, but a good amount of room. And underneath here, a good amount of extra storage. So really nice and large for a center console. And we'll get back to this right here. These slats, and they're kind of feathered. This is where your fishing poles from that forward storage compartment up in the bow, where they come on through. So kind of novel, good use of space. In addition, we have a small sink here as well. As we pan around, on the starboard side, we have additional storage and a pretty good sized door to get out. Well, thank you for joining me on this episode of Boat Snoop. I really hope you like this 2021 Boston Whaler 330 Outrage. It's a really nice boat. If you liked this boat, you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more boats from me in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next time.